Hello and welcome back or welcome to the Tea Talk podcast, where two non-cis people talk about a topic that is hot on our minds and have a drama recap at the end of every month, as well as a monthly favorites. On this edition of the podcast, me and my co-host Jack
Hello.
will be doing our monthly drama recap, where I will be explaining to Jack all the drama of the month that has gone on, and we can get his candid response. This episode will be covering the month of November 2021. So, if I didn't talk about any of the drama that you wanted me to talk about, I probably didn't hear about it, didn't care enough about it, or didn't have the time to do it. So, let's get into it. Jack, we've had a busy month.
We've had a really fucking busy month.
Yeah, well, I meant beyond school, but... Oh, there's some actual good ones on here now that I'm rereading this. There's some good ones. First thing that apparently was notable for me this month, to tell you. So, Logan Paul wants to become president. How do we feel about that?
I mean, at this day and age, it seems like an intelligent monkey could run for office and have a chance. So it's not really surprising.
Yeah, I don't... Shocker. The gay doesn't follow Logan Paul in anything. So I heard it basically...
This franny does not follow Logan Paul in anything either.
No, you can't swear... Oh, wait, no, we're past the first 20 seconds. We're past the first... Yeah, never mind. The faggot and tranny, don't follow him on anything, but, yeah, I think he said it on his podcast. I don't know. If only I cared enough. I just thought it was funny, because I was like, of course he does. Because, you know, losing all your boxing matches wasn't good enough. Or is that Jake?
Evidently.
I don't fucking know. They're both the same. One has sexual assault allegations against them. The other probably also does, but just hasn't come out yet.
Aren't they both just like blonde, cis, white dudes?
How dare you?
Sorry.
One has guns in his mansion that got taken away by the FBI. There's more than just a pretty face to these boys, I'll have you know.
They're all the same. They're all the fucking same, man.
Okay, well, moving on from your racism to white men. I'll be honest. Oh, no, I do remember this now. I was like, I don't remember this. Now I do. So, Kanye West has been doing lots of interviews. Also, Kanye West is clearly off his meds. And I'm not one to shame for that, considering I should be on meds and don't do them. But Kanye West apparently went on a podcast and said that, like, Big Sean, I think he said, was, like, his biggest mistake or something. Of, like, giving a record deal or some shit. I don't remember what it was entirely. But it's, like, basically just, like, said fuck Big Sean. Like, fuck him, fuck his kids, fuck his wife, fuck his daughter, fuck everything about him. Not that. That's fucking not what he said. But just was like, fuck Big Sean in general. And then also announced that Kim and him are not divorced, which is ironic because now that we're at the end of the month, Kim is now dating Pete Davidson. So I think that clearly there is some sort of fallacy there, but we won't discuss it, I suppose. And that he's mad the media wants to break him and Kim up, to which I then put in parentheses, maybe it's not a bad thing that the media is promoting breaking off an unhappy marriage, which I was like, apparently I was in a sassy mood when I wrote that note.
Yeah, like, that's actually a good thing.
Yeah. I was like, you can't blame the media for being like, Kim has a really, really selfish significant other. She should probably leave him. And I'm just saying, Pete Davidson is fucking everybody. And I'm mad. I can't get a boy to come home to the fucking house, and Pete Davidson can nail Kim Kardashian and Ariana Grande? Are you fucking kidding me? He's like fucking hot. He looks like a fucking chimpanzee. And you're telling me that...
Sorry, us.
Like,
That's all I have to say about that.
Fucking Kim Kardashian of all people? But yeah, I love that he was like, no. Our marriage is not over. We're fine. And then, I think it was literally like a week or two later, it was announced that Kim and Pete were fucking dating. They announced it on his birthday or something. I don't fucking know. Something like that. And then, Kanye, this one is off. I don't have this in my notes, but I remembered it as I was talking. He did another interview where he basically said, like, God's gonna bring him and Kim back together. And it's like, well... I think Pete Davidson's dick is too far in her to care about you anymore, but if you want to keep, going on about it, Be my guest. According to Ariana Grande, pizza's big, so you have competition, sir.
I just love that he's like, we're not breaking up, and then she's gone, man. Like she's already on top of someone else.
Yeah, literally. She was making the new sex tape that was gonna make the family even more famous.
I feel like you're right, and he's just completely off his tree.
Oh, easily. Oh, easily. He went from literally doing like very like huge things in hip hop and rap to a fucking gospel singer. You can't tell me that that's a sane fucking transition. I think the fuck not.
It is.
Tati Westbrook apparently separated from both her husband and her business got shut down. So that was... Tati's really swinging this year. This is Tati's year. Don't let anyone tell you wrong. After James Charles and Dramageddon, let me tell you, she's shining bright like a diamond. With, like, the 4 lawsuits she's in, apparently a divorce, and her business going under. She's shining bright like a diamond. Don't go after the gays. We do fight back. Even if we are pedophiles, allegedly.
Ow.
Yeah, I didn't know. I could be wrong on if, like, the divorce happened within this month. I found out about the divorce this month. I wasn't sure. Which is so funny to me, because thinking about it, it's like, why the fuck? I still don't understand why divorce is public knowledge.
No, nor do I.
It's...
No, it's business.
Yeah, it blows my mind that, like, I can Google someone's name and just see if they've been divorced, and there's literally nothing that stops me from doing that, unless it's a closed case, which is so fucking rare.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. But, like, get fucked, Tati, eat shit. I'm kidding. Tati, from what I know, it's, like, lovely nowadays, apparently. She's much less of a bitch.
What?
I couldn't remember... Oh, God, I can't remember... Oh, Travis... I couldn't remember Travis Scott's name. So I just put, Kardashian rapper gets 8 people killed. Couldn't remember his name. So I just wrote down Kardashian rapper and I laughed at that. Yeah, so I mean, we can't really have a drama recap without discussing, you know, probably one of the most monumental things to happen in concert and like music festival history, which is, you know, how many people ended up dying actually? Because it was more than 8. Because it's not including the people who went to the hospital. And the people who went to the hospital, a few people died there too.
Oh, that's not even including the people that died in hospital?
No, it's not.
Jesus
Not to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure it's people who died
Christ.
on the premises. How many people died in Travis Scott concert? I want to say it was 11 for some reason. Oh, this says 9. But a lot of these news outlets weren't including the hospital ones, though. That was the thing. They were only including the ones that were about, like, at the performance. Yeah, like, this one does not include the hospital, to my knowledge. So I don't actually know what the total death toll is, I'll be honest. Close to hundreds died at Astroworld tragedy. Jesus Christ, I hope that's
close to
correct.
hundreds?
I hope that's fucking correct. About 300 were treated at the festival, and 13 people were hospitalized. It's not just 8, it's close to hundreds. What? There are several accounts to claim that local news is lying. Yeah, so this is the thing. A lot of people who live in the city and stuff and where it happened were like, the news is like not telling the full truth. Like, a lot more people than 8 died. So, to my knowledge, I don't know the death count, though, because it doesn't seem like it got any coverage, because all that got coverage was who died at the concert itself, not who died in the hospital after the concert. To which, like, I'm still pretty sure Travis Scott, by the way, has not paid anyone yet for, you know, him getting people killed.
It must have been just fucking, like, mayhem there. And it must have been very obvious to see that it was fucking mayhem. And I just feel like...
And my favorite thing for people, first off, we're going to have a whole segment on this now, because I want to discuss this in depth, because there's layers to this, and the layers go brain dead, stupid, and somewhat common sense of some sort for people who are, like, talking about it. Because here's the first issue I have. People being like, Nah, man, it was an accident. As if, like, first off, like, yeah, no fucking shit. I would sure fucking hope that Travis Scott wasn't like, I'm gonna kill 8 people at my concert tonight. Like, okay, yeah. No one's sitting here, well, I guess except for the Christians who are racist, because that's another layer to it, is that there are racist Christians who are claiming this was a satanic thing that was planned, and it's like, no, you just hate black people. You can just say you hate black people. Like, it's not that deep. You can just say you're racist. It's not that deep. That's my favorite one. It's like, no, we're not racist. We just hate when the blacks perform. And it's like, ma'am?
That would be classified.
Yeah, that would be if everything a black person does is seen as satanic, you probably are a little bit racist. Not to diagnose here. But, exactly. So there's that camp. Then there's the camp that's like, it's an accident, guys. Like, forgive him. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, tell the 8 dead people that. 8 plus however many more. And I loved and first off, also, if it's an accident, I'm sorry, but literally Travis Scott, I did micro research into this. He treated his concerts as riots and as, like, basically, like, aggressive mosh pits. A bunch of clips came out of him, like, literally telling the crowd to beat up a guy who apparently touched his shoe or grabbed his shoe. I don't know what the entire story was, but what? he literally told the mob at the same concert to keep punching the guy. After people were punching, he was like, yeah, keep going, beat his ass, like, confidently was telling these people to beat someone up. And, like, all of his posts, if you, like, go back, I'm sure he deleted them now, but his tweets, his posts, and, like, even before it happened, there's a YouTube channel called Channel 5 News, and they were covering a different concert the week before. But there was a Travis Scott fan there, and it was so funny because they were like, oh, like, what makes you like Travis Scott? And he was like, because Travis Scott makes me want to riot. It's just my type of thing. And it was like, just like, clearly the type of environment you have bred with your music and your fan base is nothing but aggressiveness and violence, considering your fans describe you as, and describe your concert experiences as riots. Clearly. To which, like, you know, probably not a good look for you now that you have 8 people dead.
Not at all.
So, you can say it's an accident all you want, but, like, if the entire time this individual was creating this narrative of, like, yeah, my concerts are, like, so hardcore that, like, we riot. We, like, are fucking demons in the pit. It's like, well, Cheryl, it seems like Millie Bobby Brown isn't the first to kill the gays. We'll say that.
Exactly.
And then what was the last part about this? I wanted to say there was a final part. Oh, you know what was really funny that me and Darian did?
What?
So me and Darian were talking about this, and we figured out, I think it takes the entire Carr Jenner family currently, including Caitlyn Jenner. Yes, we threw that old bitch in there to pay off how much money he owes to the lawsuits right now. It's like some egregious amount, which, like, good. But, like, we Googled it and we were like, damn, Kylie's gonna have to start selling off those businesses. What's his name? Travis Scott lawsuit. Okay, let's see. Can you just tell me how much? So it's like over $2 billion is how much right now. Yeah, Kylie, time to sell those lip kits, bitch.
I mean, deserved.
Yeah, we looked at it, and it was like, I will say, though, by the way, in case you're wondering, Kim alone handled half the lawsuits with her net worth. Kim is like $1.1 billion fucking dollars.
I'm impressed and
appalled,
disgusted.
Yeah. But you know what? She's got to help her little sister's boyfriend out. She's gonna just pay a little bit. I said to Darian my theory. I think Kylie is going to separate from him after this. I can't imagine she stays with him through this. I can't imagine, firstly, not to, theorize, but it's less theorizing, and I just don't believe in love. So the relationship isn't real, in my opinion, regardless of if they are in love. But they're also a Hollywood couple, so I doubt there's actual love there, and I bet it's entirely networking, especially considering the way the Kai Jenners love to get away from their racism criticism is, no, I date black men, so clearly I'm not racist. And it's like, well, your box braids tell us something different, but go off, babes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that she's going to end up separating from him, and divorcing him, like, during the lawsuit, I think. There's no way. Bitch, that's all your assets. I wouldn't. Fuck you. Good luck.
No. That would be.
However, I will say, Kylie and his child were at the concert. They literally probably saw people fucking die at that concert. They were in the cute little VIP section, which, by the way, also, apparently the VIP fuckers were literally kicking the dying people back out into the crowds when people were trying to drag them in the safety of the VIP area. They were like,
what?
Oh my god, don't let the poor in here. And it was just like, man, he's dying. And she's like, but it's poor.
I paid good money for this section.
If you're gonna die, it's out with the other poor people. The rich die in here. God. I can just imagine. Stormy, go kick the poor, Stormy. Stormy is Kylie and Travis Scott's kid. Stormy, go kick them. Don't let them in, Stormy. Ah, Stormy, we hate the poor. Like, yeah. Very much that energy. Oh, yeah, and then the final kind of layer to this was the fucking Travis Scott fans who are idiotic enough to compare this to the Ariana Grande terrorism attack. Holy fuck.
What?
You know the Ariana Grande terrorism attack, right, in Manchester?
Yeah.
There are people who are comparing it, being like, people, quote, this was a motherfucking quote from some fucking cis white boy who was like, no, Travis Scott did nothing wrong. And it was, if we're gonna hold Travis Scott accountable, it's time for us to hold Ariana Grande accountable. For what? For what? Getting bombed? Getting terrorist attacked? Getting fucking...
Wow.
Yeah. I can't wait. And I'll say, I don't even fucking like Ariana Grande. I'll say it with my chest. I don't even like that bitch. But I sure as fuck know that the terrorist attack was not her fault. But let's hold Ariana Grande accountable. Damn it, Ariana Grande. Why didn't you just not blow up the bomb?
Yeah, how
fucking moron.
dare you, like, invite these terrorists into your concert, basically.
Yeah. But moving on to more hate crimes. Trisha Paytas is treated, I don't want to butcher it, but I also don't think I can be any more offensive than Trisha did during this. I believe it was a Hinduism church, like a church that practices Hinduism. I don't know if it's actually called a church. It's probably called a temple now that I think about it. I believe it was a religious temple. I know that. It wasn't Judaism, which she's been saying that she is a part of, but now all of a sudden she's not. She's done...
All of a sudden she's not. We moved on to Hindu now?
Well, okay, I don't know if it's Hindu, to be fair. It's a religion of some sort. So they went from Judaism... Sorry, the Trisha pipeline goes Christianity, Judaism, some, and I quote, plant-based diet religion, to like Hinduism, to like now veganism, but the veganism is also associated with a religion. I believe she's backtracked back to the plant-based diet religion, which I'm not 100% what it is, so I'm not even going to try and attempt it. But it's like, oh my god, it's all over the place. And now all of a sudden she's on a raw vegan diet. So now she's just eating cabbage like potato chips and being like, oh my god, it tastes so good. But specifically at the beginning of the month with the what I believe to be when she visited a temple that practices in Hinduism, was she treated it like a gift shop. And she did a little vlog and she was like going to the Hindu temple, going to the church where the Indians are. And then she like came out and she did a little haul with her statues and she was like, this is my whatever this character is called. I don't know, but it looks cool, doesn't it? And then this is my pretty dress. Isn't it cute? And it's just like all of these apparently like very important like religious garments that you're supposed to buy to practice a religion. And she's just like, but it would look so nice on my mantle, don't you think? Like, doesn't he look cute there? And it's just like, I hope you get cursed. I hope you get cursed, bitch.
Just the fucking disrespect.
I hope the powers that be rip you open.
Wow.
Yeah. Trisha Paytas, everybody. Everyone clap.
Fucking.
Oh, everyone hates Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, yes. Please explain. So I've heard whisperings and I've been
okay, so here's the thing. Swifties, cover your ears.
Hurt you,
Taylor Swift is a dumb blonde fucking cunt who thinks that she's a peak feminist when she's just the exact ideology of TERF feminism. So, now that I've said what I needed to say without, getting too into the details, basically, J.K. Rowling Part 2 made a 10-minute version of her song that apparently rips Jake Gyllenhaal a new asshole. And that's, like, basically what I know. Apparently the line is, like, quote, like, I'll keep getting older, but you'll keep dating girls my age. Something like that. Like, I don't know. Apparently he was, like, a piece of shit to her or something. It sounded from, like, I don't know the full stories, but from, like, the bits and pieces I heard, I was like, this just sounds like he just, like, wasn't a good boyfriend. Not in, like, a cheated on her, like, did anything, like, super, just, like, wasn't a good, like, forgot about her birthday. And it's just, like, you wrote an entire song about a guy who forgot about your birthday? That feels dramatic at most.
Extra. Very extra. Just.
So, yeah, fuck Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal, since apparently, you know what? I would rather stay on the Swifties' good side, even though I just called their matriarch a dumb blonde cunt. Fuck you, Jake Gyllenhaal. Eat shit and die, pussy. Moving on. Overwatch 2 got pushed back for another fucking year.
Shocking. Truly shocking. So are we at like 2028 now?
Yeah, actually it was 2,256 was the estimated time in which we're going to be getting it. 200 years from now.
That makes. Honestly,
I will say
at this point,
I watched a video. Who was it by? I think it was Atriok. He's one of Ludwig's friends. So I was like, I don't like you, but I'll watch your video, and it was actually good. So I redact that statement now. But he talked about the opinions of Riot and Blizzard, and it was really interesting because Riot and Blizzard went through basically the exact same thing. If you don't know, Riot produces Valorant and League of Legends, whereas Blizzard obviously produces like World of Warcraft and Overwatch. Those are like both the company's big hitters, right? And they both went through basically the exact same thing of like the sexual assault stuff, like the sexism in the workplace stuff. But Riot handled it significantly better. And also like the way that Riot managed to do kind of their bounce back really did doom Blizzard. And it was a really interesting kind of concept because now Blizzard is just like, I mean, she's fucking dying. Blizzard is like the bitch who's like cut in half, like dragging their body along the sidewalk, like the zombie in like the zombie movie that you're just like, just leave it for like the last round so that way we don't have to like, I don't know, or we can do all the bonuses. What was the COD thing? I was never heterosexual, so I can't tell you. Something like that where you leave the crawler for some fucking reason. I don't remember why. That's like what Blizzard has become, whereas like that's what Riot used to be, and now Riot is like flying with colors. I mean, Riot produced fucking Arcane this year, which was huge. It's the biggest video game adaptation I think we've ever seen, as well as like the best video game adaptation we've ever seen. Blizzard had a movie come out. That's all I'll say about that.
Yep. We'll just leave.
So it's crazy to see like the shifts in perspective, because apparently I think there was like a little survey done in like 2017 that was like Blizzard or Riot, and it was like overwhelmingly Blizzard. And I wager if you do it now, I would wager it's overwhelmingly Riot, especially because apparently Blizzard always treated their content creators like absolute dog shit, but Riot apparently like really treats them well, which I do know they do. Which, by the way, Pokemon, if you ever see this, I'm gonna break into your fucking house and steal those fucking Valorant knives, just so you know. It's you or Quarter Jade, and no offense, I like Quarter Jade. I like you,
Redact.
not as much as Quarter Jade though. So let me tell you, those knives aren't staying there for long, bitch. You can keep your cat though this time.
This time.
Yeah. So yeah, Blizzard sucks. Riot's awesome. Riot has gays too, and don't have two. What are they called? Tokens. We have a lesbian and a gay man, so you need to like us. And it's like, well, you've never had any sort of gayness in your game, and it's been out for 5 fucking years. So, and I'm still waiting.
You're gonna be waiting a long time.
You think? Yeah, they're gonna push it back another year, so then I'm gonna be waiting another year on top of that.
2028. I'm telling you, that's the year.
Oh yeah, this one was funny. Guy goes to a protest, 17-year-old with a rifle in hand, and the cops are just like, peace out. That was crazy. What's his name? Actually, don't even say it. You don't even deserve it. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't even deserve
it. We're not gonna say his name, but I'm gonna tell you, the students at his university are waging a protest right now to get the university to kick his ass out.
He's in university, isn't he? A 17-year-old?
I think he's in first year university.
He's 17 years old.
The students are literally marching around
For good reason. Bitch, if I heard about that, I would not be going back to my university at all.
No, you would change your name. You leave the country
I'd be out.
because you have been given a gift.
Bitch, to get to Canada I go. Bye, America. Get fucked.
Yeah, perhaps in Europe. No, because in the entire of North America knows your face. You know?
Oh, are you talking about the shooter?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the other university students. I would not show up to No. See, here's our confusion. The shooter we know is going to get away with it. I think Hassan actually pointed it out the best. He's going to become a politician and, like, run the fucking Commons House. Like, he's going to, because this whole fucking thing was treated as trauma for him. He's gonna get away with it. No. I'm talking about the other university students. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Move states. Don't go to a university where a 17-year-old just apparently carries an AR around. Fuck no. Fuck out of there. No, he's gonna be fine. That's just how America works, unfortunately. He's gonna, like, become a politician and be so successful after this. I can fucking guarantee you that. Because it was painted in, like, a traumatic, like, I was trying to defend myself and my neighbors like the good Christian I am. It's like, bitch.
Fuck you.
However, I will say, you know what really fucked him, though? He could have went full fucking Republican and, like, fully, like, went into it. But he said he cares about black people with, during, I can't remember his name right now, but he's a really ugly white guy and he's a Republican. Oh, wait, sorry, that's every Republican. I don't know. And he was like, yeah, I support BLM, I just don't support the riots. And then, like, I just remember, like, the Republican guy who was interviewing him, like, made a double take, like, what? You like black people? Like, obviously he didn't say that, but you could see it in the eyes. The eyes were like, you like them? They ain't one of us. They ain't one of us, Daryl. You like them?
Okay, but then did you see what happened after?
No, I didn't really keep up with it.
So the BLM Twitter account tweeted out, and it was basically like, we don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You're not allowed here.
You know what? Dude, I need to be in charge of some of these, like, big, like, companies and shit's Twitters, because they'd be fired. 'Cause you know what I would have tweeted out if I was the BLM account? I would have tweeted out a picture of him next to a picture of trash, and then put a little poof smoke emoji as the caption, and that's it. That's how I would have put.
Much more effective.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and much more retweets. Look, man, if BLM needs anything, it's the Twitter clout.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was crazy to watch, look at, and now he's, you know, I think he is actually, he was found guilty, right? I think?
The little baby shooter?
Yes.
No, he was found, I think, acquitted on all counts.
No fucking way. No,
He's a free man. Oh. Look it up. Google it right now.
Are you kidding me? America, explain! You're telling me this motherfucker walked in, shot up a bunch of fucking people rightfully tried to self-defend, and he's fine? Hold on.
I believe the defense successfully argued that it was in self-defense and he was fearing for his life.
Oh my god, you're right. Self-defense is not illegal. Yeah, so, you know what? I'm just gonna go down to my university right now with my assault rifle, and if anyone walks near me, I'm gonna claim that they that came at me, and in self-defense, I shot them in the fucking eye. That was what Hassan said. Hassan was funny, because Hassan was talking to his chat about it, and was like, of course there are fucking, like, Twitch frogs, who are like, it's self-defense in the court of law, and it's like, yeah, he literally got that under a technicality, which I knew of what was happening because I was watching while it was happening. I never knew what the verdict was, but the technicality in which they had it under, by the way, for why he was allowed to carry around an AR is because, and I shit you not, if you don't know, technically it could be, if you looked at it hard enough, considered a hunting rifle. Because it's not legal. I'm not kidding. Aww. So it's not, and this was a technicality, because it doesn't end there, The reason why it is considered a hunting rifle was because, like, it was something absurd, like the barrel of the gun is, like, a specific diameter, which makes it a hunting rifle. I am not kidding. They literally sat there, and they said, oh, see, now, this looks like a gun for mass genocide. And you would be right about that. But also, I can shoot a deer with it. And it's like, yeah, I could shoot a fucking deer with a bazooka. Should I have the legal right to carry it around and fucking light up a city? Probably not. Probably not. So that was that, and then self-defense came into that. But I remember that happening, and then a bunch of people in Hassan's chat, or more so, were tweeting at Hassan being like, yeah, Hassan, this is like, this represents self-defense. This is what self-defense is. So don't, or something, they said something egregiously along the lines of like, because he was obviously like popping off on Twitter being like, this is dog shit, this shouldn't be happening, like, this is the dumbest fucking thing to ever happen. And people were saying something along the lines of like, you guys watch your mouth or else I'm going to self-defense you in the street. Basically just entailing that they're just going to shoot Hassan on the street and then use self-defense as like a reasonable standard as to why they shot him.
People are fucking assholes and they walked away.
To which, may I say also, do you know what blows my mind the most about these people? I think you're having technical mic errors.
I said, like, what?
Oh, okay. Is the fact that these people are the same people who are like, we need more masculine men. We need like really like attractive people. Like the people who are just like very face value minded. And it's like, you are the ugliest, most unfit motherfucker to be talking right now. You would not survive in this utopia, that you would be the fucking slave, bitch. I hate to be the one to tell you this. You're not the CEO. You're not the big, strong alpha male. You're not the hunter. You're not the big brain guy. You're the one who's sitting in the fucking slums doing nothing. If you're not succeeding in the current society, you're sure it's not succeeding in this dream society where you have to be survival of the fittest. Bitch, you are all built like motherfucking Twinkies. How the fuck do you think you're gonna survive in survival of the fucking fittest? A tiger will rip your fucking head off. My favorite is they're like, it's survival of the fittest. Logic, not facts. You want logic? Your fucking rolls would make a great dinner for me. Because, bitch, I may not be strong, but I'm nimble. So if I have, like, a knife or something, I can probably fucking worm my way around you, slit your throat, and eat you raw on the spot. Like, I got better chances. If I got better chances, you are not in good hands. Let me tell you. Okay, moving on from literally a terrorist attack. David Dobrik made his assistant bleed. He just smacked her across the face on TikTok, and she just started bleeding.
I can't believe this man still.
Well, okay, in his defense, not that I actually want to defend him, it was an accident. Like, he just, like, flailed his hand and just, like, hit her glasses into her face on accident, and it caused a big old gash on her face. But I just found it funny, because in my head, I more so wrote this down, because I was like, wow. I mean, you chose to be David Dobrik's assistant after the sexual assault claims, so I'm not saying it came, what goes around comes around, but good old smack to the face is a good old smack to the face.
True.
This one's great. So Big Bird is now officially a communist, and we're gonna have to assassinate him like all the other commies.
Tell for the listeners. Give us a rundown as to
basically, if you didn't know, which I didn't, Big Bird has apparently a Twitter account. I'm not kidding. And I think a Sesame Street episode did one on, like, vaccines and vaccinations. And then after the episode aired, the Big Bird Twitter account tweeted, like, I just got, like, my first vaccine shot. My arm hurts a bit, but it's good because it keeps myself and everyone around me safe. And first off, may I say, Big Bird, it's a little late. The vaccines came out, like, almost, little bit ago. It's a little late to be getting it, but okay, I guess. Sure. Big Bird was an anti-vaxxer apparently at one point. We've converted them though.
Okay. That's great. I'm glad Big Bird's on our side now.
Yeah. Big Bird was in the trenches for the anti-vaxxers, and now he's swapped sides. This is the Marlian invasion and Attack on Titan all over again, man. Big Bird's the colossal Titan.
Oh my god. Can you just imagine that scene where the Colossal Titan is like peeking over the walls?
You can't tell me this because I'm an artist and I will draw it. I will draw a hyper-realistic, horrific
and then we can sell it on the internet. So any of you that are listening,
I feel like that's definitely copyright infringement. That is for two separate copyright IPs too. It's not even like it's just like I'm just stealing one. I'm pretty sure it's copyright infringement for both. But yeah, so he tweeted that out, and then just conservatives went fucking hog on Big Bird. Fucking, I love conservatives. They're so funny to me. It gets to a point now where, cause there's no point in even trying to, I guess, like, reconcile with them / like have any sort of intellectual conversation. I just laugh at them now. I find them so funny because the shit that comes out of their mouth is so absurd. Facts, not feelings, except for you're throwing a tantrum about a yellow puppet on Twitter.
Yeah.
But facts, not feelings, babes. Facts, not feelings. But the yellow puppet on Twitter really fucking pissed me off, so I have to scream about it to the rooftops. Like, okay.
Did they not realize tantrums are feelings based?
No,
They
well,
missed
because
that whole...
what they're doing is not throwing tantrums. They're just spitting facts. Duh.
Oh,
Because if they talk louder than you, that means they're being more factual. Don't you know?
you know what? Completely.
It's Debate Lord
understood.
101. God, this
You are
is
smart.
why you wouldn't last a day in the slums. Not with us. Not with us in the survival of the fittest.
Absolutely.
Speaking of communism,
Okay.
Mr. Beast made a Squid Game and got hate for it. And I'm mixed on my opinions of the hate that he got for Squid Game. Because if you don't know, obviously, Squid Game is basically I've never watched it, I will say, but to my knowledge, Squid Game's entire premise is like critiquing capitalism
Mhm.
and critiquing like the capitalistic society we live in. To which, why I don't think that he should get hate for it, but I do think it is an interesting like food. He got hate for recreating Squid Game because he spent like I want to say it was like $4.5 million recreating it, and a bunch of people were like.
Christ.
And a bunch of people were like, so the millionaire, like, basically whipped his wealth dick around to recreate a show directly criticizing his wealth. And a bunch of people hated on him for it. Like, I watched the video. I'm not going to say that it's not, like, at least in my opinion, I think it's a bad look. Like, granted, he, like, gave money away to a bunch of people, and, like, obviously, like, he donated a lot, but I also don't think that just because you donate makes you a really phenomenal person. I will say, overall, like, Mr. Beast is a very stand-up person. Like, I think, he, like, donates more money than he makes. Like, a lot of it, goes to charity and stuff. So I'm not trying to say I dislike Mr. Beast. I do think, though, that this, in my opinion, is kind of a bad look in general, just because it's just distasteful, I think, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
It just feels distasteful to me. I thought it was entertaining, but, like I said, there's kind of that feeling of, like, the show kind of directly critiques this kind of mindset of like, oh, but I could just make Squid Game because I'm a millionaire. And it's kind of like critiquing that directly because, you know, the millionaires are making the poor fight to the death for money. So it's kind of a hard pill to think out once you look at it, you know, without the rose-tinted glasses of, oh my God, Mr. Beast. God, you're a billionaire, so therefore I want to suck your cock, so maybe I'll get some billionaire dick. Like, God.
Kind
Get
of
it,
goes against
Margaret.
the spirit of the...
Yeah, exactly. Streamlabs versus OBS. Okay, this is a lot to go through.
Is this your trauma? I feel like this is your trauma.
No, this is the drama that happened between them that I just so happened to be part of. My God, clickbait. I got in a fist fight with Streamlabs and OBS. Me and OBS are beefing. Me and Streamlabs are beefing. No, so Streamlabs, if you don't know, Streamlabs and OBS, if you don't know, are platforms in which provide streamers access to either stream or to things like notifications. So hypothetically, if I got a new follower on stream, a little notif would pop up because I have Streamlabs connected to my stream, and that's what Streamlabs does. Streamlabs also has an OBS system, which OBS, if you don't know, is a what's it called? Open software, I think, right? Open client software, is that what it's called?
I think so. I think
Basically
you're
just
right,
means it's a software that's free to use and free to fuck with. Like, you can fuck with the code, et cetera, et cetera. It's, like, completely out for the public to know. It's communism, if you will. And apparently, OBS, or more so Streamlabs, used this open client to create their own iteration of it, which is supposed to be more user-friendly, which, by the way, if you're an upcoming streamer or you're going to think about trying streaming, do not use Streamlabs OBS. It is fucking dog shit. Now that I've been using OBS for a solid month, that shit is trash. But my own personal biases aside, So apparently they used the OBS client to make their own OBS client. And then OBS was like, that's fine. Just like, please don't like copyright OBS in anything. So that way it doesn't like have any infringement on our copyright. And please don't like put us in a situation where we kind of like have to deal with the issue of like, we basically like, we don't want to be associated with you because of the fact that like, just because you're using our code. Like we would want to be associated with you out of our own volition, not because you used our code, essentially was what it boiled down to. And then Streamlabs made Streamlabs OBS. And completely ignored everything they said. And then I don't remember what started it all. Oh, I remember now. Streamlabs got a partnership with Twitch to create a console streaming service that I don't remember the name of. And it was supposed to basically make a streaming service that is essentially the same as what you would do for PC streaming. Because if you don't know, PC streaming and console streaming are worlds different. How do I know this? Because I did both, you fucking idiots. That right. I was in the trenches at one point. Eat shit and die.
In the trenches.
Dude, yeah, console streaming's fucking miserable now. I could never do it again. I remember being like, oh no, like I'll probably try and do never again. No. For all my viewers, no, it's not happening. You will never see that old bitch again. Good luck. You could I'll resell for like triple the value when I fucking go big, and you can have the Xbox that I first streamed on. There you fucking go. Exactly. That's my giving back to my community. But getting back on topic, so basically they created a streaming platform for specifically console streaming, and then another platform came out and was like, this is just our homework, and you just copied it and changed the wording. Basically, because they did. And it was actually hilarious because if you go, I don't remember what it's called. I'm so sorry for the company. You deserve to be acknowledged for your hard work. But it was so funny because looking at the websites, they were fucking identical. Like page for page identical. They just like changed the colors around. They had the same specs. It literally just looked like they just took that company's like all of the labor they did and just like put it on their own. And we're like, look, our name's on it. See? It's ours. Yeah, it was horrendous. And then every single streaming platform like came out of the bushworks being like, yeah, Streamlabs is a piece of shit. So Stream Elements came out, another streaming service that I can't remember came out, and OBS also came out, told their story, and just basically Streamlabs is a piece of shit, which led me to ethically switch over to standard OBS, which was the best decision I have ever made. Also, if you are concerned about, if any viewers are concerned about already using Streamlabs and having all of your overlays already, you can import them to OBS directly. It's a little bit of a process, but if you look up like how to import Streamlabs settings, presets, etc., whatever word you want to use, you can use them all. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube that will teach you how to, and they're very easy. So try that out because fuck Streamlabs. They're pieces of shit, eat shit, and die, pussies.
Very good, Watson.
Okay, moving on. So now we're getting into more recent, because I told Jack about this. Me and Jack had a bit of a busy month. We're both university students, / Jack is at, like, semi-prof, and we're in finals season, so needless to say, we're ripping our pubic hair out by the clumps in stress, so, you know. Hey, you know what? If you can't get laser, you gotta get creative. And so I didn't really get to this drama recap's a little bit less. I will say, luckily, there was not a lot to miss out on this month. There was tons of big things, so even if I did miss out on some things, I feel pretty justified. So now we're getting into basically where I just binge watched a bunch of drama videos and was like, basically had like 3 different drama videos on like 2 times the speed and was just cherry picking what I heard out of the 3 videos. Like, ooh, 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 that one sounds good. That one sounds good. So let's get into it. Surviving Sofia. Apparently there is a social media manager named Sofia something or other who robbed people of their money, like, constantly, and, like, a ton of influencers came out, and were, like, upwards of $100,000 were stolen from people.
Oh.
And she just disappeared off the face of the earth all of a sudden, and no one knows where she is now. I don't really have more details than that, because apparently it was, like, once again, I was not. None of this has done any in-depth research. Usually, I'll do at least like a Google search and stuff to figure it all out. Nope, not for any of these next ones that are coming up because fuck that shit. I had finals to do, so eat shit. Not my problem. You want to know more about them? Hit the Google bar. It's all up to you. But yeah. So apparently, what I do know though is that apparently there was like, I also learned about this. Apparently, Twitter now has like a going live option, but it's not because you can't go live and like show your screen, but you can do like a live phone call where like viewers can listen in and you can like open up to call in. And apparently a bunch, like I want to say like upwards of 15 influencers all were on one call on this Twitter new fucking like live stream call situation, and all were just like talking about their experience with the Sofia person. And yeah, they all just basically got robbed to my knowledge.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like I said, upwards to like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Moving back to Trisha Paytas, because, you know, we gotta do full circle, as always. So Trisha Paytas, their spouse's name is Moses, as you know. Ela Klein, Ethan Klein's wife's brother, being of H3H3 Productions. So H3H3 Productions, like brother/brother-in-law. Hence why she's trying to become Jewish, because fetishize it. You know what? Besides the point. I realize like there's too much pretense that's going into this right now. So apparently like Moses is cheating on her. I will say this is a really interesting concept. I don't like Trisha. I don't like Moses. Why do so many of you people give a fuck about their relationship? I don't get it.
Wonderful question.
Because like
I don't give a fuck.
And but like the difference is though, like I'm specifically like spiteful towards Trisha. Like I do not like her. So you would expect me to be like, yeah, she's getting cheated on, like rubbing. I was like, okay, cool. Like I don't fucking care. Why do so many people? I don't get why so many people give a fucking shit. And like I don't know. Basically, just like apparently he cheated on her again. I don't know. Who knows if it's even true? Because last time it was apparently debunked. This time will probably be debunked. Who fucking knows? It's fucking Trisha Paytas. Like, just go. I don't know. Do like blackface or something. Something that you're good at. Like, fuck. This one. Okay, this one's fucking comedy, and you're gonna laugh at this one. So, Dave Chappelle. You love him. You gotta love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, my boy. God, fuck all those filthy trannies. Fuck all of them. Fake women, fake men, fake everything. The NBs? Oh my. The NBs? Sorry, that was Dave Chappelle reaching through my window and strangling me. Yeah, which, by the way...
Good, wasn't very good.
I feel like we should clarify this because I use both the S slur and the T slur. I'm both of them, so fuck off! Someone's gonna say it. Someone's gonna say it.
Yes.
I love that when the internet is so... It's not even PC now, but so quick to want to ruin someone's career that they're just like, I'm going to do absolutely no research as to if this person is able. It's like, literally, black people will get canceled for saying the N-word nowadays. And it's like, that's for them. Let's figure...
Yeah.
Besides the point. You know what? We're getting off topic here. Different podcast.
Yes.
So Dave Chappelle, I don't even have to talk about the Netflix special. It was transphobic and it was unfunny. There you go. That's synopsis. I'm pretty sure we talked. What didn't it come out last? It came out last Dramacast. I think we talked about it, right?
I think so. I still refuse to watch it, but
Well, yeah, so do I. But I had Hassan Piker, Communist Dick Daddy, watch it, and he told me it was bad. So thanks, Hassan.
fair enough. Though we don't ever need to.
But now we have Hassan who streams
Watching...
8 hours every single fucking day and is desperate for any sort of content. Yeah, no, he'll do anything and everything. So. But
I just meant more so we don't need to personally, experience this. Is more so what I would say. Unless you really want
to hate on
I
those stupid trannies some more, though. Wouldn't you?
No.
But we can revel in Dave Chappelle's failures now, though. Because Dave Chappelle, apparently, was going to have an auditorium named after him at his high school because he's a famous alumni. And the students protested it. And so the deal was called off, to which Dave Chappelle got so angry that he forced the high schoolers to have a meeting with him in the fucking auditorium where he was called, quote, a child by children. Yeah, he literally bitched, moaned, and cried to all these children. Said things like, "I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than all of you. And maybe one day you'll be better than me, but right now I'm better than all of you." Like, said shit like that to like literal 16-year-olds. Someone walked out when like people were asking about the transphobic comments. He was doubling down on them, like just doubling down straight up. So a student like had left the auditorium, and like apparently, quote, he said like, "Oh, of course she left, so soft," or something like that, like as she was walking out. And it was like, did you think this looked good for you? Really? You just bullied high schoolers as a fucking like what 50-year-old? Not to age gap you, but fucking boomer, go sit down and check yourself into a fucking home to get taken care of, because it looks like your diaper's fucking full.
Wow.
Yeah, like, imagine bullying children. And yeah,
and I love
I'll age shame you, fucker, you 48-year-old fucking old-ass man. Fuck out of here.
Well, I just love how he keeps trying to bully his fucking way, like, into getting, like...
His way.
I don't know, back in people's good graces and his way, and it's like, you're just digging yourself a fucking hole,
It is
man.
peak male entitlement. I think especially people like this, for a slight... Like, people don't understand that, for example, just because Dave Chappelle is black does not mean he does not still benefit from male privilege. Which he is painfully unaware of, and that's the issue, is this is peak male privilege. It is the idea and the ideology that everything should be owed to you, and that you basically deserve the world for doing fucking nothing. And that you can't be criticized by anyone else because you have higher, like, you're a higher person than them. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, get over yourself.
And stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Fucking just quit.
Honestly, like, what's your net worth? Hold on. Now I'm gonna also wage shame you. Because I'm not a good person. Net worth is like 50 million. Yeah, just retire. You're fine. No one needs to hear from you ever again. Just go join, like, the Twitter Republicans.
And you're muted as you're Googling the net worth.
Look.
And after that commercial break, folks, we're back.
I'm pretty sure it was still said in the recording. I know I'm not cutting it out, so fuck all of you. You want to cut it out? Hit me up. You're working for free, though, if you're editing. So, it's $50 million, and I just said that basically he should just fucking retire and, like, I don't know, become, like, a political commentator on Twitter, so that way I don't have to fucking hear about him anymore.
True.
50 million's fine. You'll be fine. Moving on. Billie Eilish did an interview. Billie Eilish does an interview every year. She's done it for the past 5 years. This is her 5th year. And I just want to say, goddamn. I know that, like, some people don't like Billie Eilish. I'm sorry. I'm moving back into the good graces of Billie Eilish. At first I was like, oh, no, maybe I shouldn't. No, fuck it. I like Billie Eilish. She's great. I don't care anymore. I'll take the cancellation. Like, once again, to my knowledge, the thing she's getting canceled for was shit she did when she was, like, to my knowledge, like, 15, 16, 17. And getting canceled for something also that isn't something she did. So, like, her music's a bop, and she's pretty funny. So, that was just cool little tidbit.
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I just don't want her to be canceled.
Well, in my world, she's not anymore, so.
Good.
I've vetoed the cancellation, so. Twitter can suck on that.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Twitter can suck my fucking nuts. Look, man, I'm already fucking posting mad shit on Twitter, so if Billie Eilish is canceled, I mean, probably shouldn't check out my tweets. This is our final one, but this is a pretty big one. Ludwig officially left Twitch and is now permanently streaming on YouTube and has a partner deal with YouTube to only stream on YouTube.
What the fucking fuck?
So it's another YouTuber who, or more so, I guess, influencer who is taking, what's it called? Platform deals. And that's interesting. Especially, Ludwig's interesting because this makes so much sense to me. Ludwig has always been YouTube focused in content. Like, literally, Ludwig's always says to viewers, like, the way he creates content is specifically to make a YouTube video out of the stream. Which I think is, like, kind of a good and kind of a bad thing. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it. At first I was kind of like, oh, well, that's kind of, like, rude to do to your viewers. But also I was like, but it makes sense as well. I don't know. Yeah. It's a weird kind of juggling game you have to play. But it makes a lot of sense, and I think it's great. I hope he got a lot of fucking money for it. considering he fucking was the biggest streamer at one point, and he was number 6 on the entire platform. So I can't imagine that he was that he got gimped by any stretch. And hopefully, if he did get gimped, even if he didn't get gimped, I hope he actually has some sort of at least say now with YouTube. Because everyone's like, oh, like maybe he can make suggestions like the higher ups. But also, like, Valkyrie got signed like what now, 2 years ago, and all of her suggestions have been shat into the wind, if you will. So I can't say that I expect Ludwig's to. But also, he's a white guy, so they'll probably put more merit on him just for his race and gender alone. So it's okay. Susan, I don't know, Auschwitz, whatever the fuck her last name is. We'll figure it out, man. She'll figure it out.
Susan Auschwitz?
It's some, like, really long name. Oh my god, wait, is she Jewish? I am so sorry if she's Jewish.
I don't know.
Hold on. We're doing a quick Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski? That doesn't look Jewish to me. No, she's Polish. Oh, yeah, then I can say that. We're fine. The Polish weren't affected by the Nazis, were they?
Yes, they were.
Oh,
They absolutely-
shit, my bad. I didn't do well in history.
Anyway,
Yeah, moving on. Okay, well, I think that's our that's all mine. You got anything you want to say about drama? Did J.K. Rowling say anything pretty this week?
fucker. All I have to say about that bitch. Oh, actually, on that note.
Oh.
So I believe that they are going forward. So the Harry Potter cast, the original, is going forward with
Oh, you're actually gonna talk
like a
about Harry Potter.
reunion thing, and J.K. Rowling has not been invited to be involved. with
Can they
this
do that?
reunion
I thought
thing.
she had like all executive powers over those.
Apparently they can, because I feel like they're doing it. And personally, I'm fucking happy about that.
You think Emma Watson's a secret turf?
No.
Emma Watson and J.K. Rowling, they're having crumpets together right now in tea.
Oh.
Crumpets and tea.
No,
Hi,
no, no.
Miss Jennifer. Your tea so. What is her first name? Joffrey? Jennifer? Jezebel?
I think it's Joanne.
Joanne's such a turf name, though. That makes so much sense. Now we should have seen this coming.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, yeah? You want to sing us a fucking lullaby?
No, I can't accept it. I can't. Try again.
That Emma Watson's a turf?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's my headcanon. Because I'm allowed to headcanon real life people. There's no actual,
I think
laws.
Emma Watson is actually a wonderful fucking person.
Oh, yeah, she probably is, but it's more fun if I think about her and J.K. Rowling, like, having tea and crumpets, talking about how they hate the trans. That's just a funny image. You can't not laugh at that.
It is kind of funny. But
Thank you.
I stand...
Is that it? Is that all you have?
It is.
It's okay. I'm so excited for our favorites, where I've gone through a very detailed list of my favorites of the month, and then I checked yours, and you couldn't even figure out the name of the fucking movie.
It's for comedic effect.
Yeah. Well, this has been Tea Talk DramaCast recap of the month. We are now going to record our favorites of the month, so be sure to check out the channel later in the week, where we will be uploading our favorites of the month of November. Be sure to like, subscribe, all the shit. I don't know, ring the bell, do something other. Check out all my socials. Jack's a fucking trilobite and has no socials because he wants to be a professor. Ooh.
I have a Twitter.
I thought you didn't want people to go to your Twitter, though, because it's a professional Twitter.
That's true. Don't go to my Twitter. Don't find me. Don't look me up.
I was gonna say, I've been linking all my socials in our descriptions, and you never said you want any, and I assumed you didn't want to be found, because if someone starts tweeting or quote tweeting quotes from this podcast, such as Susan Osowitz, it might be a little bit rough and might look bad on you with your colleagues, in hindsight.
Fair. I have no socials. I do not exist. Do not perceive me.
Fun fact, I actually put Jack in post-editing. He's actually a fake voice that I created, an AI, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay, well, check out the other podcasts. Check out all my socials below, and goodbye!
Bye.